Our model of doing development really hasn't changed now for over 10 years. So it's pretty standardized, and we continue to make releases about every 2 to 3 months. And obviously this year, the big change has been that in the last roughly a year, we've had all the hardware bugs that we had to spend a fair amount of effort for workarounds. And that's been somewhat stressful, but I'm hoping, knock wood, that we're starting to see the tail end of that.
But that is not the problem of the kernel community. It's the hardware bugs, so there's nothing.
Well, it has become, so it's not because of the kernel community, but the hardware bugs have been particularly problematic, I think, for the kernel community, not just because the workarounds have to be in the kernel, but because the secrecy around them means that our normal workflow doesn't work. And it's not just that we can't bring in everybody and talk about it on the normal kernel mailing list. It's also that we have a lot of open infrastructure for doing testing, for doing validation, and things like that. And we definitely have noticed that when you do development without all that infrastructure that we've gotten used to, it's painful. So it has been a big issue for the kernel, this whole situation.
And there has also been some software bugs as well.
Well, but those aren't new. I mean, we've always had that.
Right.
Yes. I think what's maybe changed is that, well, not very recently, but over the last few years, people have gotten way more vocal about security issues, and people maybe, I wouldn't say take them more seriously, but there is more process in place for them. But I mean, we've always had the software bugs. The hardware bugs are just, they're not new, but they're different for us, for our workflow.